In 1886, at the age of 16, Chris Ewald was the oldest of 5 children. His mother was a widow and the family had recently immigrated from Denmark. Chris worked as a helper on a milk delivery route and could barely speak English. He was, however, an entrepreneur. Driven by his need to support the family, he purchased his employer's milk cart and the route that went with it. Along with his 9-year-old brother John, they started Ewald Brothers Dairy. Over time, Chris had 4 sons who worked at the dairy. Their first creamery was built in 1920 near Xerxes and 19th Avenue North. Ewald Brothers Dairy grew to be a major supplier of pasteurized milk. They also had a strong reputation as a family-owned and operated business.
In the 1930s, when I started at the dairy, I took what they call special deliveries. When the store would run out of milk, I'd run out with more milk. And at that time, they was changing over from horses to automobiles.
By the early 1930s, it was getting too expensive to have horses and trucks, and their fleet of trucks quickly took over all the delivery work. Ewald's maintained a large workforce with hundreds of vehicles. Caps, spotless uniforms, and clean trucks helped build their reputation for premier quality and constant service.
It was everyday delivery in them days, and they worked 6 days a week. It was hard work, but it was good work.
The real cows are all gone now, but there are 2 golden Guernseys still on the job, keeping a watchful eye on traffic at the Minnesota State Fair.
One of the interesting families in the history of Golden Valley were the Mosers, and we have an extensive amount of information about them in our archives for the Historical Society. And when Mr. Moser came out here, this was all Indian territory. We're west of Winnetka and just off Orkla Drive. And he brought with him from Germany a grindstone, and he had sharp knives. And one of the Indians, while he was cleaning a deer, spotted how sharp his knives were and followed him back to his home, and he took the Indian's knife and sharpened it on the grindstone, and that led to a whole interesting association with the Indians who lived in this area that came to the Moser home to have their knives sharpened on his grindstone. In 1869, that's the way it was.
Even though the village of Golden Valley was organized on January 3, 1887, only about 1,300 people lived here by 1930. That was about to change. More automobiles and better roads brought people out west. Some who grew up in Golden Valley were looking to build their own homes.
Well, I think probably the first time I met William Varner was when they were looking at the property in which a house was going to be built, because his property adjoined mine, or what we bought. I think that's when I first met Mr. Varner. And he was always Mr. Varner. Yeah, well, he was. Never Will, never William, Mr. Varner.
The Golden Valley Historical Society was established in 1974 as an independent nonprofit corporation with the mission of discovery, preservation, and dissemination of historical knowledge about the city of Golden Valley. If you or someone you know have books, photographs, artifacts, or stories that relate to Golden Valley's history, please contact the Golden Valley Historical Society, currently serving the community with monthly meetings and programs during the academic year. Visitors and guests are always welcome.
Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the show.